All right. Check, check, check. What's up, y'all? Sorry about that little delay there. Just had to adjust a few settings, but we are live. What is up? Everyone doing good, I hope. Do a little surprise stream, just working on some music this Saturday. All right. Let's see. Oh, don't want to reroute my own audio back to you. What's up, y'all? Okay. All right. Cool. Just wanted to check the stream quality there. Looks like we're good. What up, Frank? What up, Froggy? What up, Coolabri? All right. Anyone from Facebook out there watching, leave a little comment in the chat. Let me know you're here. Looks like we're working on YouTube and Twitch. Just want to make sure Facebook is working with that chat relay. But other than that, we're looking great. Looks like everything's good. All right. Let's hear how the guitar sounds, though. How's that sound, y'all? Sounds good, Frank? Thanks. How's the latency? There's always a tiny bit, but I've got it down to where it should be visibly very, very accurate. What up, Kendall? What up, Matt Thomas? What up, Tom? What up, Arcanjo? My Brazilian friend. Is the volume okay? Volume's good on the guitar? What's up, Somya? Hope you're all doing good today. Happy Saturday. I just decided to randomly get on and work on some music. It's been kind of radio silence on my channels a little bit lately. We did a really great live stream the Sunday before last on Candy Rat Records YouTube, and we had a great turnout and a great result. I think like by the end of that stream we had 2,500 people, which was a total of that viewed in, so that was great. But I wanted to give a little break from going live for a bit and just actually kind of work on some music, just play, keep playing to myself, that kind of thing. So I took a little break from social media, and I've been working on all these new tunes, and I figured I'd log on and go live again and chip away at this tune here that I've been working on. Got some little pieces and parts that are finally starting to glue together a little bit, and it's I'm really liking how it's going. But I figured I'd go live and say hi to y'all, see how you're doing on this fine Saturday, and yeah, just been really busy. I'm working a lot too to kind of make ends meet since gigs are still not quite a thing yet. But yeah, hope you're all doing good. How's everyone doing? Okay. So I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I want to start this tune, but I'm really digging writing exclusively on the 7-string right now. As some of you may know, I got the opportunity last year to go out to the Furk Guitars factory in Czech Republic and spend some time with Petr Furk to design a collaboration 7-string model that we are planning to release and put into production. Kind of first of its kind for this design that we did and some of the specs that we did for this 7-string. It's very different from anything that's been on the market, and it sounds and plays better than anything that's been on the market as far as a flat top, full-bodied acoustic steel string goes for 7-string. I just couldn't quite find one out there that I liked, and I love Furk guitars, so I've been working with them for several years, and I brought it up to them the NAMM before last, and they loved the idea. So this will come out sometime in the near future, but I've been working on writing exclusively on this thing, and writing in kind of a standard tuning, a hybrid baritone standard tuning, with where I use the first string as an open string, but all baritone standard in the rest. And so I've been kind of going back and relearning different things, and I've been trying to pick some cool chords. So this is like a nice little 6-string bar chord here. Nasty chord there at the end, but I just love that chord. I could probably do it in a lower register here, but I want that low string to be open for when I transition into that nice kind of, I'm just going to drop that bass string and let it sort of add some dynamics, right? But I think that those chords and adding that little kind of like chromatic descending bass line that kind of changes the melody there. I think I want to do that. The neck actually is a standard 6-string neck, and we've put the strings closer together, and I've actually grown to love it. It's very comfortable now for me, and yeah, that's definitely how I'm going to be trying to transition into writing a lot of music, to have that baritone and standard range in one instrument. It's always been kind of a desire of mine. But yeah, let's work on this tune a little bit more. What up, Uncle A? Propaganda. Nephilim Glass, what up, bro? Need to work on that transition. All right. So that's a new one I've been working on, and it's starting to come together. I've been really kind of visualizing how I want it to come together, and just been experimenting a lot of like cycling through A, B, A, C, A, D kind of thing with different segments that I've kind of come up with individually. And there's definitely a main theme with that, like that melodic idea that I'm repeating. I mean, I feel like that's the meat of it right there. Is the and then adding that bass line in and bringing that in is nice, nice dynamic change too. I've been really trying to work on having a lot of like kind of thumb dynamic bass line, kind of alternating things where it feels like two guitars, you know, right? Going back and just really listening to Don Ross and stuff like that. But also trying to bring something new to the table. So this one's definitely been inspired by kind of a lot of the like down tempo groove kind of electronic stuff I've been listening to. And then I've been super inspired by this video game I'm playing. I finally got a VR unit, and I got this thing called No Man's Sky VR, and it's been just blowing my mind. I've just been going through space the past couple days. But yeah, that as for the potatoes to go with the meat. Is that Jason? Is Nephilim Glass Jason? I forget. That's Jason, right? And Tom, yeah, man, it's like it's a pretty heavy, unique sound, the baritone range. I've been sticking to baritone for a while now. Like my last album I did with Candy Rat Records was all baritone, right? But baritone 6-string, because I just couldn't find a steel 7-string that was, you know, worthy, and that wasn't, you know, 10 grand or more or something like that. But yeah, I've just been I've been basically trying to just stick with searching in that heavier realm of that baritone register, you know, but I still want that 7-string range. I want that full range. I want to get up here and play through the cutaway. I want to do leads, you know, I want to be able to play with my band with this thing too. So yeah, I mean, I'm definitely loving this thing. Love you, Jason. Forgot that was you, bro. Frank, what do I think about multi-scale fretboards? Actually, man, I can't stand multi-scale, to be honest. I've dabbled with them. I've had some Strandberg guitars, and I just, you know, there's something about it. I mean, like, sure, if you're playing like an 8-string, that's gonna help a lot with being able to transition between the upper register and the lower register. But honestly, on an acoustic steel string, I find it very uncomfortable and unnecessary, especially because I'm all about doing bar chords with all 7 strings or 6 strings. And doing that in a lower register with a multi-scale fan is pretty atrocious most of the time. There are some people that are better at doing the math and making the frets to where you can do bars still, but like doing a bar down here and up here is pretty uncomfortable on multi-scales for me. But then again, bar chords suck and most people avoid them with fingerstyle, right? We always use these open tunings so that we don't have to do bar chords. But I'm trying to get out of that. A lot of these open tunings that I've found myself in, I kind of typically get stuck in a pattern, and I'll write for the tuning and not for the composition, right? So that's why I'm going back to standard tuning. That's why I'm going back to doing those necessary evil bar chords, as Don Ross would say. So yeah, multi-scale just doesn't agree with me lately. But some people might find that more comfortable. Yeah, I know Luca. He's a buddy of mine. We're label mates. Is that Chris Silva? What up, Chris? How you doing, bro? Yeah, the 7 strings definitely giving me a lot of freedom. Hey, what's up, Mom? How you doing? Yeah, Frank, the multi-scale makes a lot of sense for an 8-string. I had an 8-string Strandberg, and it definitely made sense, especially for getting like that low E on the low 8 and then still being able to switch between leads. For single line stuff, like I was learning like a lot of that thump kind of stuff from Tosin. It's definitely like good for that kind of thumb kind of stuff, for single line bass stuff, and it's definitely good for playing leads and being able to go back and forth. But for me, with acoustic stuff, it's like doing that 6-string bar chord right there would be pretty hard on a multi-scale for me. But yeah, Danny Choi, what up, bro? So yeah, what do you guys think so far of that song though that's starting to come together? I mean, I'm really digging that main theme that So I think I want to start that with So I'm thinking that's the transition. That was a little sloppy, but I just wanted to demonstrate it, right? So that's definitely, I think, what I want to go with that one. There's a couple other parts that I've messed with too. I think maybe doing like some sort of like dynamic change partway through the song after I cycle through a couple like verse chorus kind of a thing. I'll have to kind of play with that a little bit. But I'm thinking about going back to that very first chord and kind of doing like a more cascading harmonic pattern with it. So I've been playing with a couple of them, just seeing how it sounds melodically and how I can do the that chromatic descending bass line still while keeping these bar chords, which it's been pretty challenging and interesting on a 7-string, but it's been a lot of fun. So. So I'm thinking that somehow can fit in there with a dynamic change. Maybe go into. So I'm thinking maybe that, or maybe that leads into that kind of thing. Maybe that. I'm thinking Tom has an idea. After that bar, the beat has to come back in hard, right? Yeah, I think that would be the way to do it. But what up, John Stoyanov? The man, the myth, the legend, the bass, the face. Miss you, buddy. I hope you're doing good. Hope you and the wife and kids are doing good, bud. I'll have to give you a call soon. It's been a while. Right. Thanks, Danny. He's got that AB sound. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. I miss you, brother. I hope you're doing all right. We'll have to get on the phone soon. All right. Let me see what else we can do here. There's also like a way I can do like that cascading harmonic on that main theme. That little chord down here, that little chord. Maybe I can do something like that somehow. I'm not sure. Maybe there's a way to tie those together. Maybe that's doing too much harmonic stuff. I don't know. Let me see. Maybe something like that. Thank you, Somia. I appreciate that. Yeah, this is definitely like, lately I've had a lot of wood shedding, obviously quarantine and COVID. And at first it wasn't inspiring. Everyone was like, oh, you must be writing so much music and so inspired. I'm like, actually, no, I'm like pretty depressed and bummed out like a lot of people are. And it wasn't fueling anything. But I started forcing myself with this whole, did I ever listen to System of a Down? I love System of a Down. But yeah, basically like during this whole COVID thing, I was trying to force it and it wasn't really working. So I had to take a step back. Right. And that's when I was thinking, you know what, it's time for me to learn something again. I haven't learned anything in a while. And I don't just mean learning someone's song. I mean like doing something that I can't do, that I suck at, and it needs to sound bad. So I just forced myself by going back into standard tuning, going back to the drawing board basically, and just running through scales and modes and shapes and trying to figure out different inversions and just all the things that I've ignored and neglected over the years after studying when I was a bit younger. And things are really starting to come back together, but I still wanted to have that sound of mine. So, but this one's definitely like, an evolved form of approaching writing for me. It's new for me to sort of write a little bit more methodically. So yeah, I think it's been fun, and it's been a learning process doing it live with you guys, and I've been really working hard at studying this live stream stuff and learning from the pros and designing this whole live stream to look and sound good. So yeah, let's keep on working on this. But System of a Down, I'm all about those first two albums. And there's a few songs from Steal This album that I like. I didn't listen to anything after that. I think I heard something about like Party Tonight, yeah, and I was like, no, that's not System. System's that fucking first album. Excuse my language. Okay. Maybe there's a way to do some sort of meat and potatoes down here in that lower register, kind of get something to change the dynamics. I'm doing a lot of stuff here and some stuff up here, right? But I'm not doing a whole lot down here. Let me see what I can come up with down there. Maybe there's so I'm doing what's this chord? I like that. There we go. Maybe something like that. It's kind of twangy too. I can kind of throw in like a little major shape at the bottom there, sort of do a little bit of a modulation out of that minor chromatic thing I keep doing. So let's see. We'll add a little chunk to it. I like that. I like that little like kind of twangy kind of thing I got going on with those hammer-ons at the end. Let me play around with that some more. Let some of those open notes or those fretted notes in the upper register ring out. That'd be nice. get a little vibrato in there. I think that's what I want to do. All right, I like that. There we go. Maybe I'll do a little open hammer on. Kind of gives it a major into minor thing. Haven't even added percussion yet. We could start doing that real quick. Maybe that's what I'll do this part, since it's got less melody going on, but it's kind of like a potato part, you know, it's not really a meaty part. All right, yeah, I'm thinking that's coming together. Don't forget to get fresh batteries for your vibrato. What up, Jeff? What up, homie? Thanks, Tom. Yeah, I mean, I'm really working on getting this kind of something new, you know. I've been really shedding on this 7-string and standard again, and just kind of going back to trying new things and doing things that I'm not comfortable with, doing things that I don't constantly do in a lot of my music, you know. I'm trying, man. I'm trying, you know. I'm guilty of repetition just like anyone else, you know. But that's why I've been tinkering more, you know. Oh yeah, don't wait, man. I've been really you wait, man. I've been tinkering with the band stuff. I'm writing a lot of stuff using Superior Drummer, and I just got that beautiful guitar up there on the wall, which was quite a surprise. I don't know if some of you caught that on one of my streams recently, but I was recently contacted by the close friend and family of a fan that I had never met, but he passed away recently of age, and he willed a couple guitars to me, he had his friend give a couple guitars to me, and he just wanted them to be played by a musician, and I was very honored and surprised, and just told them sure, and I didn't know what to expect, and I've never played a nicer electric guitar than that PRS up there, so I'll be writing some stuff with the band on that and the acoustic not too long, so. And I'll bust it out live in one of these days. Yeah, that thing's amazing. It's a Core limited series Tremonti PRS with a 10 top, and it's just I never played a single cut. You know, I never played a Les Paul style kind of single cut guitar. The ignorant younger me thought like, oh, it's a dad guitar, and I just wanted pointy black Slayer guitars and stuff when I was younger, and now I'm coming like full circle, and I picked that thing up, and I get it. I get it now. It's like, this is the way. So yeah, expect more. Yep, my first electric guitar was a BC Rich Warlock, brother. It was horribly ugly, man. It was ugly, and I played the hell out of that thing. Actually, funny story, that guitar met its demise in probably the funniest way ever. This is a good story. My first guitar, a BC Rich Warlock, and I had it for I think a year maybe before I went to a Renaissance fair with my buddy and his mom, because my mom knows better and won't take me to places like that when I was younger. And I convinced my friend's mom to buy me a broadsword, and me and my buddy waited till she was gone and had a battle in his living room, and I slipped and fell and chopped the head of my guitar off and then cried. Yep, and my mom grounded me and laughed at me and said, well, you just don't have a guitar now. I was lucky enough to get a loaner acoustic from someone, and that sort of entered my venture into acoustic. So that was me at 15 years old. You guys like that? Nephilim or Jason, that was a project I did with the owner and engineer, co-owner and engineer, and head of my previous label, Fret Monkey Records. An awesome player and guy named Kevin Blake Goodwin. We worked together on that label doing acoustic stuff, and he had a nice studio, and he was dabbling in electric stuff, and I wanted to dabble in electric stuff, and we wanted to try out some new, things like from the Strandberg guitars and stuff. So we made that small project and did a release. And then he had a lot of personal things happen all at once, and I lived across the country. And so after that happened, it just got put on the back burner, and it's just kind of a piece of history now. But I am making metal. I will make metal again. I will be playing electric with my band again, and it's going to be sick. But it's going to be a little different than that. It's going to be it's not going to be quite as like techie. It's going to be more like psychedelic rock kind of vibes mixed with some metal vibes, mixed with my acoustic and world music and jazz kind of jam vibes too with the band that I have. So yeah, that'll come after I do some new solo record stuff. No, that wasn't the night I broke my nose, but that was another thing that happened at that same house. That's my mom right there. What up, Sean? All right, so there's another thing I wanted to add, another wrinkle I'm thinking of adding. I'm not sure exactly where I want to add it in this piece, but I definitely want to do some sort of like, just like a kind of almost a power chord kind of progression somewhere in there. I don't know. It's kind of cheesy maybe, but I don't know. I'm thinking that maybe there's a way to like add the. I did it a second ago, a lot smoother, obviously, but I don't know. I'm thinking, what do you know? You slow it down and it's better. Yeah, something like that, right? There's a fun little jam section there, but I'm just trying to play with ideas. This is what I've been doing with this song, is like finding shapes that kind of fit in this little kind of idea that I have, and then just really playing around up and down the fretboard, seeing what works, like. Maybe there's a way to add like that. I was jamming on some of it last night, but it was late. I think I was up to like 4 a.m. jamming and playing. Something like that. There's a way to add that kind of lead part. I'll have to come up with a little solo section. All right, let's go back to some of that potato riff. The potato riff. I've been actually messing around. Frank's asking me to mess around with a harmonic capo. You mean like the spider capo with the little harmonic pieces? I have messed with that in my very, very first record that a lot of people don't know about because I kind of don't like talking about it. But I had a very first record before Steps called Draw Inspiration. And I believe that there was a couple spider capo tunes. I think one of them was Flow Method and Shino. And there's another one, An Empty Mind. That was one. Yeah, those were all spider capo things, and I think I even used the little harmonic gloves a little bit. But as for this stuff, though, As for the 7-string, I've been kind of staying away from capos and stuff for a little bit, just because I've been really wanting to get up and down this fretboard a lot before I add a capo back into the mix. But I have been experimenting with my G7 Performance 3, and I've been doing like a thing in like A minor where I have the capo on the first fret to do like a, do it a half a step up. But I've been doing that so that I can work on a project with another guy that I want to do like an electric acoustic collaboration that's going to be like heavy and metal. But yeah, it's one of my favorite players, this guy named Nick DePiro. He's just fucking amazing. There's just something about his solo work and his work with his band Night Verses that I just absolutely love. And I'm going to do a collab song with him, but I just got to get these singles out first. But yeah, it's going to have like some like lift off capo kind of stuff where I switch between open and capo and harmonic kind of stuff. It's going to be pretty sick. Randall, what up, bro? I got to come do a guest feature with Cobra Commander. I used to play with this guy's, just like I did a song with this guy's awesome thrash band back in the day, Cobra Commander. Miss you, buddy. Hope you're doing good. Dude, I gotta come visit you, man. It's Crunchy Riff. I'm improvising, Tino. I would love to do a song with Rob Scallon. Tag him. What up, Troy? These are definitely ideas I've put together over the past several improv streams, but I'm just kind of jamming right now, trying to glue them together in real time randomly. It is coming together. The song's coming together. It's happening. I've been doing these streams randomly where I just kind of write ideas live and I improv and talk to you guys. Instead of doing this kind of boring, like, pretend it's a live show, because it's really not. So, like, I don't want to do the whole, like, wait an hour until the end and then scroll through and answer your questions. That shit's stupid. So I'm going to just play in real time. We're going to hang. We're going to chat. I'm going to work on riffs. Maybe I'll play some songs that you guys like, too, that I've written, Eventually we'll do, like, a production suite where, I show you guys what I'm working on in this kind of screen, But, yeah, I mean, we'll go back to the concert screen. And, yeah, so I am, let's see. Oh yeah, I'm gonna record him. I built a whole studio. That's what I've been doing this whole quarantine. Is I built a studio, and I've been working on editing and mix chops from Antoine. So yeah, he's been showing me some engineering stuff, giving me some different. I gotta stop touching the camera mic with my lip. I didn't realize it's moving it. Getting some different pointers from him and working on some different tracking from home kind of stuff. So I will be doing releases before the end of the year, and Antoine's gonna help play a part in those. So. You like the nice little tiny thumps? We were talking about that, Jeff, about adding the thumps in real subtly, you know? And just trying to add them in like in subtle ways instead of doing like just single note like Animals as Leaders copying shit, which I love that stuff, but I don't need to copy them. I need to try to figure out how to use that technique in my own way. So I've been really experimenting with like little kind of alternating bass line kind of stuff, kind of like Don Ross does, but utilizing that thump kind of thing. I know that we were talking about that in jamming, and you've been getting really good at the thump chops too, man. Thanks, Randall. I'll text you later, buddy. I miss you. Love you, bud. Hey, Sandro, what's up, brother? I miss you, bro. I hope you're doing good, man. All right, let's try to do another little little improv jam of what I've got so far. So I'm thinking about starting off like, let's get that 6-string bar chord nice and strong. Get all those notes nice and. Try it. Let's try it. Let's see what we got. That's not what I want to do. Much love, Jason. Thanks, Andrew. What up, Andrew? Thanks, Tom. Yeah, that's definitely that's the one. That's the main theme. That's definitely the riff. It's got that catch me a melody in there. Maybe I don't need to do that little extra note. But then the bass line. Yeah, that's definitely all part of that theme, but yeah. I've been trying to work on that thumping stuff more. It's hard, man. It's hard. It's especially hard to do it with like a backbeat groove. That's what I've been really wanting to master. That's hard. Ugh, that's hard. Okay. The other thing I've been really trying to work on, I've been really trying to do this stuff that Tosin's been doing for a while, and he's been posting a lot of kind of little mini lessons of, and I picked one up that just really clicked with me. But it's called selective picking, is what he's calling it. And it's where you selectively do a hammer on from nowhere from like say a 3 or 4 note line or something like that, and then you do an alternate picking stroke immediately following that hammer on from nowhere, right? So a lot of the thump guys and bass players do it, but doing it with an actual pick with a palm mute on like a high gain kind of setting it's amazing. I mean, it sounds badass as hell. So you'll hear it in a lot of the Animals as Leaders music and some of the motifs that they do and stuff, but the technique is really fun once you get it kind of going into a groove. Yeah, so that kind of technique where you do. But say I do it with a pick. I'm just gonna pretend I'm holding one. Maybe I have there's a pick over here. There we go. It's my favorite pick. It's my Reign of Kindo pick. All right, let's see how this goes. So yeah, that's the technique. Sounds a lot better on an electric, right? It's very clicky and dry on an acoustic, but doing it with their thumb on an acoustic, especially like trying to maybe like tastefully add that into some sort of transition or something. I don't know, like there's got to be some cool way. there's some way to do it, but I've been practicing that one on electric a lot more, so I'll have to bust that out live eventually. Yeah, it's definitely a lick kind of thing. What up, Todd? Todd, we met at the Musicarium, right? Does my memory serve me correctly? Correct me if I'm wrong, sir. Aver, down in San Marcos, Texas. Yes, I believe I am booked for a tour in April and May of 2021. It's a reschedule of my tour with Evan Marion and Dana Hawkins, I believe. So if that's still going to go on, yes, we will be booking and playing one of the dates in Austin. And yes, we probably would be interested in doing a one-off date possibly. Go ahead and send me a message. Obviously, it's all very contingent on what happens in the future with things, but I do want to plan now for my 2021 because I do want to perform for you guys again. I miss it dearly. So yeah, I'd love to hear from you, bud. Send me a message on Facebook. And Todd, does my memory serve me correctly that you gave me a signed copy of an album of Paco de Lucia and John McLaughlin, and I think you gave me a gift, and I have that in my collection, which is amazing. Correct me if I'm wrong on that too, but I think my memory is serving me correctly. How often do I use music theory for writing new stuff? Sometimes I do it. I've definitely been trying to do stuff that's a mix of that with my, more tried and true writing style where I play what I hear in my head. Because honestly, that's what I encourage people to do, especially initially with music. I mean, you're trying to create a sound in your head, right? I mean, obviously, when you get further into composition and production, working with other musicians, there's a whole world of theory, obviously. But, first and foremost, you learn to talk by babbling, and you learn to talk by just trying to create, right? Like, I mean, that's so for me, that's the joy of acoustic guitar and fingerstyle and music in general, is just creating what's in my head and seeing what I can force and manipulate out of the instrument and my technique to do that. But more and more, I've been going back to the drawing board and trying to write more methodically and using some theory and relearning things that have been rusty and that I've sucked at over years, which is definitely the theory stuff. So yeah. The Spanish stuff. Yeah, I've been playing around with some stuff that's kind of got that vibe. I'm listening to a lot of Brazilian stuff, like especially the Gaucho guitar guys. I've been really digging Yamandu Costa. He's been one of my favorites. And then a guy named Gabriel Salvage that I got to perform with in Brazil. We co-headlined a festival together, the Festival de Música de Nova Prata, and that was pretty amazing. Gabriel Salvage is a disciple of Lúcio Yanel, who's a famous gaucho player in Brazil. And I definitely have been trying to pick up on some of that vibe with my music, In fact, there's some stuff I've been working on that kind of has a little bit of that flavor, but let's maybe play around with one of these other things I've been sort of messing with. I also wanted to write something that's kind of got this happy major thing kind of going on. It's like this little major 7. I'm basically going back and just redoing, like, Tino's asking what am I trying to relearn. I'm just going back and redoing scales and modes and shapes and chords and just trying to understand more of what it is that I like about certain shapes and modes and chords, and, figuring out some different inversions with 7-string that I can play around with and write with, and also just kind of getting my chops up on this thing because it's a whole new instrument, being a 7-string that's on a 6-string neck. Everything's pushed closer together, so I'm having to tighten everything. I'm having to waste less motion and movement and space with my hands. So it's been awesome trying to relearn all this stuff. All right, the other thing though, I want to figure out how to write something in the same, tuning, but have it sound completely different. So I've been trying to work on this idea. Let's see. So what's my tempo at here? Go over to my console. Let's see. Doom, ba, da, da, da. Okay. I think that's around 137, something like that. Let's see. How did I get through the difficulties of playing power chords? Doing them a lot. There's no secret, man. Or, woman. Somia's asking about bar chords and struggling with getting them clean. And really, man, there's no secret. You just gotta do it. It hurts, but thanks, Ronan. Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Somia. It doesn't have a name yet. I'm jamming now. So there's some ideas there that I've been working on. I love the bridge transition where I move it up into that minor progression. I love that. That's definitely going in there. And that's definitely like the kind of the main thing there. Maybe I don't know. I mean, it is kind of the intro too. So I don't know if that's how I want to do that one. I'll have to keep experimenting. Maybe there's a different intro. Maybe just that main theme is just the main theme. It comes right in the beginning and it repeats throughout the piece and, goes to a bridge section into that and then comes back. Maybe that's the way I want to do it. That's how it's been coming together, at least for me, repeating the process over and over. God, I need to stop touching this thing. It just sounds so much better when I put my face right up to it. Maybe I just need to hear more. Are you guys hearing too much? No, that's the guitar. Whoops. That's the guitar. Here we go. We're going to turn that up. We're going to turn that up a little bit. Little bitskis. An up thumb in that. Oh, the bass line. The bass. Yeah, I'm definitely doing an up thumb in there. It's happening. It's definitely happening. Sorry, the reason I was turning. Hopefully my voice isn't too loud now. I don't know if that was turning it up in just my headphones. It should be, at least. Hopefully it's okay. It's just because I keep leaning in because I like how it sounds all crispy. All right. I need to stop doing that. Maybe I'll just move the mic right here. Here we go. There we go. There we go. Sorry, y'all. Didn't mean to make you dizzy there. Okay. All right. I definitely want to do... Yeah, that reason it has that radio sound is because I'm actually using like a classic radio talk kind of a chain right now. I'm using like a UA610B for my preamp, nice warm kind of tube sound, and then I'm using an 1176 Legacy for my limiting amplifier, and then an LA2A with a Pultec to do a little bit of EQ. But yeah, that LA2A with the SM7B and a cloud lifter, whoo, gets that crispy podcast kind of sound, right? What headphones do I use? I just use Audio Technica's, the MTH 50X or something like that. MTH 50s. All right. Okay. I definitely want to do like this percussive part too. I like that. I like that too. I like the percussion part. Tino's asking if I ever write in odd signatures. Yeah, you should check out my song Alternate Pathways. But yeah. I don't know, there's ways I guess. It's kind of fun. Thanks for putting the idea in my head. But I'll have to play around with that a little bit more. I've been really kind of just doing a lot of stuff in 4, right? Because I used to think, oh, I just like odd meter and polyrhythms, and 4/4 is lame and boring, and then again I came full circle and was like, oh no, I'm an idiot. That's what it's all about. But I love odd meter and throwing it in tastefully. And being able to transition in and out of an odd meter and a regular meter would be really, really cool and something I want to achieve. So I'm definitely going to try playing with that. I've done a little bit of that, though. I've already dabbled with that, though, in my song Alternate Pathways. So maybe I'll try playing it live. Like, that would be really hard right now because I haven't rehearsed it, but that'd be fun, right? Maybe we should try playing a song or two that you guys know pretty soon here, because I realize I've been streaming for a little over an hour, and I'll probably go for another hour or so. But I'm working 3 jobs right now, along with the music and the record label and everything. So I basically work doubles most days, and then my days that I only work 1 shift, I work on music before or after. So yeah, I agree. I agree. What Tino's saying is that like a lot of the Irish music and folk music in like Ireland and Europe and stuff, there is ways of tastefully bringing in like odd meter and then going back into a regular meter. So yeah, that's the kind of stuff that I want to make happen. So yeah, I'm trying to keep building this studio, Tom. I got to work a lot to spend all this money. I'm spending a ton of money on this stuff. I'm about to be doing painting and paneling pretty soon here. In this little section here, and then I have another like recording room over there in my apartment. I've turned my apartment into like a little studio. So yeah, and then I want to keep investing in that, and obviously there's not very many gigs still, so gotta make ends meet. But currently I'm a manager at my apartment building. I work at a deli on and off for like 10 years. That's how I built my whole music career, schedule-wise, was working at this little deli down the street. So I still do a few hours there just because of right now season. And then I am working at a medical dispensary now in California, which has been great. Kryptonic's getting a Ferk. You got a good budget right there, bud. 2200's definitely a good amount to play with. As for some Furks you should try, my first Furk was a Grand Auditorium. It was a G23 series, which would now be called a Yellow Master's Choice, I believe. Check that one out. That's probably my favorite, is the Furk Yellow Master's Choice, that Grand Auditorium cutaway. Oh, my girlfriend's leaving. I think she's going to do her thing. I love you, baby. Do you want to kiss? You can kiss me live. All right. Gotta give the ladies some love. I'll be at work later, babe. Talk to you later. Love you. Ooh, he wants to hear Dreamwalker. Ethan, thank you very much. Dreamwalker is one I have not played in probably a year and a half more, 2 years maybe. I don't know if I'll play that live right now, but I've been, I've been going back and practicing some of the tunes, so I'll have to add that to the mix. Now, I'm definitely going to be trying to work on this kind of like twangy blues kind of tune that I've been working on. I never really wrote a blues tune before, and I've actually done a lot of stuff that's similar to that kind of blues vibe when I do like bar gigs. I grew up doing a lot of bar gigs in my earlier years doing music, and I was, waiting for my first gig. I remember I got a call from a bar that wanted me to play till midnight, like 9 to midnight. And I think I had like 30 minutes of material ready. But I just said yes. You just say yes to the gig. That's what I heard, from pros ahead of me. Just say yes to the gig, figure it out. And I took the gig and I got there and I played for like 5 minutes before the bartender was like, what are you doing? No soft stuff. Get people moving and grooving and drinking. So I just started improving some heavy blues stuff and smacking my guitar, and it worked. And so I just kept doing stuff like that and developing my technique that way, So I've been trying to write stuff using kind of a blues vibe, but I've never really done it before. So let's try to mess with this blues stuff I've been messing with. We'll see how it goes. I had a few ideas I've been messing with. All right. Do I have a sub button on Twitch? You can yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know how that shit works. I haven't figured out how to do, because I guess you can take money through YouTube. You can take money through Twitch. You can do sub donations. I don't know. I just put my thing right here to donate. But if for PayPal and Venmo or whatever, but I'll have to figure out how the Twitch sub crap works. Because I guess that's a thing that people do especially if they have Amazon Prime. I think it's like free for them or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll mess with that eventually. But if you feel like donating, tipping, whatever, PayPal and Venmo right there. So I have my man bun going right now. It's better for the headphones. These headphones will pull my hair out if I have my hair down. No, I'll definitely figure out the Twitch thing. I just haven't. I've been trying to figure out how to just do the stream and make it look and sound this good, much less figuring out how to do a sub button thing. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Yeah, I've heard about this super chat thing. I'll have to figure that out. All right. I'm thinking that for this blues thing, I got this main idea here. Something like that. Nice 7-string bar chord. Add the groove. Vibrato. Now let's do some percussion. Love you, Mom. Bye. But this is kind of down tempo. So I think maybe I'll have to do it at a little higher tempo. that transition. But I like this tempo because then I can go half to. That tempo, that run is just hard as. All right. Well, yeah, I think there's something in there, right? What do you guys think? Get a little blues tune action on the next releases? I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to go with this. I've done iterations of this live improv for bar gigs for years, and I always improv in my sets too. I don't know if any of you see me live, but when I play live, I always improvise. At least one or two songs, like I'll transition into an improv and back into a song. I like to do this thing where I glue songs together live with transitions and tuning all live in one. I even do this like little spiel where I like do a little breakdown and tell a story like. So, how many of you think I'm looping? You know, I'll do that live and I'll be like, well, the truth is I'm a drummer in disguise, right? See, Mom said no to drums, but I wanted to write band music. So I figured out this is a wooden box, right? Got kick, hi-hat, snare, toms, add a bass line. So I usually do that kind of stuff live, especially if it's an audience that doesn't play guitar. You know, the idea is to play in front of people that aren't guitarists all the time. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm sure all of you are guitarists for the most part, or music lovers, which is great. I love that. We need to always support each other. But we tend to get stuck in playing for only each other in a lot of cases. So the idea is to get a room full of people that just want to hear good music, you know. So I had the fortunate luck to be able to and opportunity to be able to tour with Reign of Kindo last year for over a month, which is amazing. And they had an entire crowd of not guitar nerds, with just people out to dance, couples and girls, and just young and old. It was amazing. And so that was really fitting to do that kind of tell a little story and break down my drum kit kind of guitar thing for people so they don't think I'm looping. Because 9 times out of 10, when you play in front of those people that don't play guitar or aren't guitar nerds and stuff, they think I'm looping every time. So I always do that to kind of prove to them what I do, right? Weird flex, but okay. So yeah, there's definitely something there with that blues thing. I'm thinking I'll do it like a more upbeat kind of a tempo, because then I can do that halftime breakdown, right? And then bring it back, which is usually what you want to do when you're doing these kind of like things, especially at like a loud bar kind of a setting, which I love those gigs. I mean, those, don't get me wrong, those are like some of my favorite gigs actually, because you got to earn it. You got to earn people's attention and respect, you know? And there's something to be said about that, you know? A lot of musicians got this like, whoa to me, pay attention to me kind of a vibe. And I'm like, no, you got to earn that, bro. You got to earn that. You know, just pitch a fit and, oh, no one respected me tonight. No one was quiet. That's not the attitude. You got to get in there and kill it. What up, Oscar? Greetings from Colombia. Well, greetings from California, bro. I'm the same way, Tom. I've never really been a blues guy, but now I'm falling in love with it in my own way. There a little lick between? Hey, thanks, Chile. Out from Chile, out from Finland. It's midnight there. You're burning the midnight oil, bro. Matthew, thank you, bro. Yeah, I love SRV. I'm getting into that, especially since I got that single cut now. I've been kind of learning some blues licks and designing some tones, and going and playing around with that stuff. So, Amber, thank you very much. I'm glad you like it. I hope you and your family are doing okay. I haven't heard from you in a while. Hope Connor's doing all right. Send me a message if you feel like it. There's definitely something there in that blues thing, right? What do you guys think? You guys think something's there? I think something's there. Okay. Maybe it's time to switch it up a little bit. First off, I need water. Stay hydrated. Thanks, Zulu, for sending me some water bottles, by the way. Canteens. And, of course, thank you to Candy Rat Records and my sponsors with Fudic Guitars and Ernie Ball, DiMarzio, Enki Cases, Groove Gear, Radio Engineering, G7 Capos. Thank you, everybody, for all the support. Just a little shout out to my sponsors there. I'm starting to get some of their logos embedded here onto the screen, but I'm going to try to figure out how to get them to pop up and rotate, do something cool like that, right? But yeah, I wanted to give a little shout out to Ernie Ball because I am using their new Paradigm strings, and I had never tried them before, and I had heard from a couple people like, yeah, whatever, they're cool. And so I just didn't bother because I was in love with their aluminum bronze. I've been using them for years. They're great, and I just was happy with them. They're the best sounding guitar strings I'd ever heard. And I think we have a contender now with Paradigm. I am amazed by the low end of Paradigm. Shino, no. I am amazed. Sorry, I was telling my dog to not chew. I was amazed by the low end of these Paradigms. There's something about the clarity of them too, and one of the big things that about them is that apparently the core of the string is unbreakable under regular circumstances. Obviously, I tell you that you're going to go try to break it, and you might break it, but just playing normally with normal tension, supposedly you can't break them. So they're pretty cool. But yeah, they're definitely what was I going to say? Brain fart. But yeah, let's switch it up. Let's go to my Mr. Minor tuning. A lot of my stuff's written in these same minor intervals from variations of a minor open tuning. This particular one, I'm going to keep like kind of a drop D or drop A thing going in the lower register, but the rest of it's going to be an open A minor. This is what the song String Slinger is written in. All right. Yeah, this one's definitely a tuning that I've played in a lot, and now I haven't played in it in a while, so we'll see how it goes. And maybe I'll play String Slinger too. There we go. I don't know about the colored strings. I've never tried those. I think it's just a look, actually. Elixirs. Yeah, I mean, I think elixirs are great if you're trying to keep a set of strings on a guitar for a while. I change my strings pretty much every other day, maybe every other day. So, and that's just because I hate strings after I've played them for about 2 hours, 3 hours. They turn black and die and lose all their sound because I have horrible acidic sweat that just grinds the strings, and I just destroy them with my technique. So I change my strings every few days, and when I'm gigging, I change them every single night. So yeah, that's why I don't really need coated strings because I'm just gonna put new ones on. And coated strings have always had a problem with me with my nails. They rip the coating off, and they look like there's fuzzies all over them. I just kind of didn't like that. I haven't played this tuning in a while. See, look, to me, these strings are already dead. Like, I put these on before I started the stream. I've been playing them for an hour and a half now, and they're already dead to me. These are dead. Need new ones. And it's not because the strings are inferior. It's because I am disgusting. These would be dead even if they were elixirs. Trust me. Antoine and Andy have been horrified by how much black gets on my strings just from playing for like an hour. It's ridiculous. But hold on. Little trick. Pop the shit out of that low string. Get all the grime out of it. Sorry about how annoying that probably was. But now let's hear it. A little more definition now. Doesn't sound quite as flubby, right? So I'll always do that, when I'm practicing to kind of get a little more life out of them. But I'm just picky as hell. All right. I think I remember this tuning now. Let's get a little more action in the reverb. And what kind of tempo do I want? Da, 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 na. Da, na, 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 na. All right, let's try 85. That's fun. Thanks, man. Just having fun with some of these riffs. These are old riffs that I've messed with in the past year, like dabbling on tour and in the studio and stuff in this tuning that String Slinger's in. Just because I was having to transcribe everything for 7-string since I had broken my last baritone on the road. So, like, luckily I had rehearsed transcribing and everything onto 7-string already, so I was ready for that to happen on the road. And I had a backup, obviously, because you got to do that now. But yeah, that's definitely some ideas in there that I've been messing with. Let's see. Let's mess around with another thing I've been experimenting with. I've been trying to work on this piece of music that I want to write with an electric guitar player named Nick DePiro. He's like my favorite guy right now. Acoustics are hard to play when you get up here, but that's why I designed this, because it is not hard to play when you get up there, even with thicker strings like these. I've had quite a problem playing with certain acoustics up here, and this thing is so freaking comfortable in the upper register to where I can actually, play. But I've been trying to write this thing using like a B flat minor kind of thing. And I want to be able to do like some stuff with the capo, taking it on and off, and using an ebow, and using behind the nut. Using a behind the nut bend. Using that little like microtone. It's very Meshuggah, because that's like my favorite band. I'll even take this thing off, because honestly this guy's kind of in the way, and I'm probably going to be using a different form of a fret wrap, kind of like a rag thing, kind of like Antoine does. Let me check the tuning here. All right. Let me change this. Do around 133, something like that. And let's bring that reverb back down. Or excuse me, delay back down. But I want to have the ebow over it. So I've been doing like just fun stuff with that. Let's see. Yeah, ebos definitely work on basses. Michael Manring's a great example of someone who utilizes one in a really, really cool way. So Michael Manring, check him out if you want to see this used on a bass. Man, the craziest thing I've ever seen, Tom, was I saw Michael Manring play a headline set at the Canadian Guitar Festival when I competed one year, and he played just an hour and a half improv song, and it was amazing. He sat on this like throne of Mark bass amps next to him, like this, and just improved for an hour and a half with his ebo and his that crazy ass tuning based hyper bass. Yeah, that was crazy. Well, actually, the way a ebo works is there's a regular mode and then a harmonic mode. So that's the true note. And then there's the harmonic of the note. Sometimes it doesn't trigger. Hold on. There you go. And then regular. And then harmonic. Believe it or not, I think these have been around since like 1970 something. Or the 80s maybe. I've gotten pretty good at controlling them, but they're pretty hard to use on acoustic, to be honest. I found that they pretty much only work on the unwound strings, but you can kind of get the regular mode to work on... But it doesn't sound quite as good as this. But yeah, that's like an idea that I've been working on with the EBO, that little like main riff. Yeah, it's definitely a very touchy little guy, and that's why I want to use it for like an idea, then set it down, play, then pick it back up and play, and kind of use those transitions, not as gimmicky as I'm using them compositionally. You know what I mean? So I'm working on that, using the capo, taking the capo off, doing the behind the nut bend pluck kind of thing, and utilizing the EBO for a melodic theme. So that will definitely be another tune that I'm working on that hopefully I can bring in a guest solo from Nick DePiro with, or maybe just a full collab, right? That would be really cool. But check out Nick DePiro, Nick DEPIRRO, and his band Night Verses, like the verses of a song, and The Dark of the Night, Night Verses. Yeah, that's a really, really, really inspiring player and band that I listen to. Okay, what time is it? All right, I think we're gonna finish up here. We've had a really good writing session today. I've kind of worked on bits and pieces of 4 tunes, mainly focusing on the first couple of tunes, especially that first one. That one's been just really stuck in my head. I think it's all coming together. You know, I think that pretty soon here it's gonna be time to start thinking of a theme with the name, and you know, I've definitely been inspired by a lot of different things lately. So I'll have to start cooking some different things together, but I guess we'll definitely close out with String Slinger, I guess, since these strings are already dead and I'm going to change them again. What do you guys think of that? We close with String Slinger? What do you think? I guess I could maybe play a song or two. I don't know. I gotta work. I gotta get ready for work here, and I want to have a couple more hours. So 4 minutes to midnight in Finland. Sick. All right, let's do it. Okay. I think we're going to play String Slinger then, which is at a tempo of 130, but we'll just feel this out. I'm actually doing 133 or so. I like to make it not quite even all the time. All right. Oh yeah, lose the capo, right? Add the good old handy dandy groovier fret back. Let's make sure we're good to go on the tuning here. And by the way, y'all, just to let you know, I am launching my Patreon very soon. By the end of October, we're going to be launching the first video, the first month, and it's going to be a string slinger lesson. So it's going to show you how to play this song. I'm going to actually show you how to play it on a standard 6-string guitar, transcribed to open D instead of the open A baritone. And we're going to break it down segment by segment. So, yeah, if you want to learn more about String Slinger and learn how to play it and my technique, subscribe to my upcoming Patreon. We're about to launch it. It's going to be all donation-based, so I just want people to be able to afford it and just enjoy music and create a community together. We're going to have a Discord server. We're going to be doing private streams for members only. I'm going to be doing monthly giveaways from my sponsors, things like strings, straps, and then eventually a guitar. That's the plan that I'm working on, giving away a guitar for members eventually. But yeah, that's going to be a thing, and it's going to be kind of a focus for my live stream ventures and stuff. So be sure to tune in for that. In the next couple weeks, I'll be dropping that. All right, y'all. This last one here is going to be, yeah, I'll do a little improv first. We'll do an improv of that piece that I was working on. We worked on 5 pieces, actually, now that I think about it. So yeah, we'll improv a little bit of that one thing, and yeah, and then I'll make my way into String Slinger. So. Let's improv a little. You right. Let me make that string not sound quite as flubby. Get all the grime out of it. A little better. This is a variation of an open A minor tuning right now with a suspended fourth in the lower register.
Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Happy Saturday. Happy weekend. Gonna do another live stream probably in the next week. I'm gonna be launching my Patreon in the next couple of weeks. And we got singles coming before the end of the year on Candy Rat Records, y'all. Thanks, y'all. Happy Saturday. Thanks for tuning into the live stream. If you feel like donating, I got the links right there, PayPal and Venmo. Every little bit counts. This is how I pretty much make a living still. Until gigs come back, I'm just trying to make ends meet. But every little bit counts. Don't worry about it. Just share the music that I got online. Go stream an album for a day or something like that maybe. Maybe run it on repeat while you sleep or something on Spotify. No. I got new singles coming to Candy Rat Records before the end of the year on plan, and then I'm going to be launching my Patreon by the end of the month and doing some more streams, y'all. Thanks again. Have a good rest of your day. Have a good rest of your weekend. Much love. Adrian Ballou, over and